As we step into the energy of December the 18th through to the 24th, a week that is steeped with enchantment of the holidays, marked by the celestial dance of the winter solstice. Let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of this transformative season. Many of you are likely immersed in the final preparations, the joyous gatherings, and the anticipation of the holidays that are rolling out over this week and next. And in the heart of this week, on the 22nd, we embrace the winter solstice, a pause where we experience the shortest day and the longest night of the year, knowing that our daylight begins to grow and our hope is reborn. It's a powerful time for reflection, for setting intentions, as we welcome in the return of the light in our lives. I'm truly grateful to have you here sharing this cosmic journey. So let's infuse our days with the magic of the season and the transformative energy of the solstice. Whether you're indulging in the festive traditions or finding solace in quiet moments, the universe is aligning to make this week a tapestry of positive vibrations for you. So join me as we navigate the cosmic currents from December the 18th through to the 24th. Let's turn to the cards. I'm eager to share my insights with you, offer guidance, and a sprinkle of a little extra stardust on your holiday celebrations. I'm wishing you joy and magic in the week ahead. This is a week to embrace the magic. Welcome, Taurus. This is your weekly focus, December the 18th through to the 24th, 2023. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all of your support. And let's turn to the cards and see what is in store for us this week. Now, our shadow card is the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is telling me there's so many possibilities. Okay, this is a time to, as much as I think you want to go forward and you want to do things, the energy is very wonderful in our skies this week. We need to think about things. We need to talk them through. We need to investigate a little bit. We need to discover more information, maybe learn a little bit more before we actually choose the path of our choice. Each one of those cups represents some part of a path that we want to walk, but not all of them are rose colored. Not all of them have a lot of harmony in there. Some of them, will take us the longest route possible. We want to make sure that we're picking the proper cup here. We want to make sure that we're saying yes to the right things and no to the things that we need to say no to. And it's not necessarily that we need to shut everything down. In fact, we want to be open to everything. We want to understand, though, if we say yes to this, what is really the underlying energy. And with Mercury being retrograde, I'd be a little cautious with this card being on my underlying energy that I might be too rash in making a decision. I might just jump into something without really finding out all the details, okay? And I know you're a Taurus, so chances are you're very good already at really investigating things and having a lot of knowledge of what you are saying yes to and what you're saying no to. But I think this is a card that's telling us that we just need to pull it back a little bit more, okay? Now, if we have to make the decision, we have to make the decision, but let's think it through. We don't want to say no to anything. We don't want to say yes to anything, but we want to give it some time to understand it in a larger context, in a deeper context. Maybe there's some hidden agendas yet that we're not aware of. And we definitely don't want to find out after we sign on the dotted line. So our first card is, look at this, the Lovers show up. Now for you, see here, Venus. But now Venus is opposing Uranus, which is kind of ugh. And this is our first card. So not necessarily is it love, but I've got a peek to see here. There could be some unexpected events. And this is in your house. There could be some unexpected happenings when it does come to love for you this week. Or money matters, absolutely. I don't know if it'll be all that wonderful, but it will be opening you up to more knowledge, more wisdom. Something happens that reveals something, or something happens where you've got to make some really fast choices. See, we're talking here again. And so this is why I'm telling you to hold off, because I think the energy is going to be, saying, okay, so what do you think of this? We're going to do this now. We're going to do that. Something changes, something unexpected happens, change in plans, or something gets canceled, or something gets delayed. But with this card as your first card, I mean, we are embracing. We are embracing our path forward. We are embracing the things that we want to do going forward, our passions, our dreams, our desires. Maybe it's somebody in particular that we are embracing a little bit more. We're growing that relationship deeper this week. We have the Sun card, so you are shining. Definitely. You're all aglow. This is where we do get a little bit of clarity. We do get a little bit of understanding. I mean, this is definitely a card that says it's time to graduate to the next level. It's time to you've done all that you can, really, and it's time to actually go forward. I think now you're getting the awareness of where to go forward. If you've been kind of sitting there going, I know I need to do something, but I'm not really sure how exactly to go forward, and what I'm actually saying yes to, and where does it lead, and if it's right, and I think you get a lot of clarity here this week. A lot of understanding comes in. Now in this card, there's this beautiful light, and the light isn't coming from the sky. The light isn't coming from the sun. The light is you. Your knowledge, your wisdom is lighting the way. It's like this light switch goes on in a dark room. You can see all the corners. In this case, we can see the path forward. Where we have doubted, where we have hummed and hawed, where we didn't have the clarity and understanding, I think a little bit comes in that gives you that understanding of how to move forward in the way you want, where in how you want. And we have the Seven of Wands. Mercury's pretty active this week. We could be having a lot of conversations actually with what we want to do, where we want to go, our future plans, where we're at. And we're asking for support. We're asking for probably a little bit of advice too. Although don't carve it into stone. It's only their opinion. Remember that. But we're definitely talking about the things that we want to do in our life, whether it's, grow a relationship deeper, move homes, move jobs. Now be careful. I mean, there's a lot of I think there's a lot of talking that's going to happen this week, and a lot of it is going to open up a lot of beauty and stuff. But Mercury is retrograde, so we will have a harder time getting our message across to people, or what we're trying to say, what we're trying to describe, what we're trying to explain. So, if anything, pull it back a little bit and understand what you really want to say going forward. I mean, practice it in the mirror. Okay, let's go to work and career. Work and career. Look at this. The six of Wands appears for us. This is about not resting right now. This is about, I know it's like, days before a great holiday, and we're kind of geared towards there, but this card is saying no, 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 no. Don't take your focus off of work, career, stature in the community. Don't take off the armor. Don't lay down the weapons. This may be a time to look on your past successes and know that you are deserving of whatever opportunity that you are walking towards. And I almost get a sense a small amount of you may have to travel, because this is a parade kind of thing. We're on the horse, we're moving forward. So it could have a little bit to do with travel for you. Or it could be going forward and gaining more knowledge, more wisdom. But it's definitely, we're stepping into an adventure of some kind. But adventure, it's not necessarily adventure, but it's an opportunity of some sort, I would think. Opportunity would be a better word. I don't want to misguide you here. So opportunities could be opening up to you right now, but it's for you, like you're in armor, you're thinking about work, you're thinking about career, you're thinking about, and so this is still bringing it in. And I think certain things come at you in order for you to expand it somehow. Growing your knowledge in some way, honing an ability. Maybe there's travel, and maybe it's the travel is a learning experience more than it is traveling for entertainment, so to speak. Okay, love, relationships. Look at this. The Emperor shows up. The Emperor says, I know what's in my heart. This is being strong within the relationships that you're in this week. This is you making the plan. This is you devising the strategy. If you're taking the relationship to the next level, or you're trying to put a spark back into the relationship, or if you're thinking about stepping into a relationship. The Emperor is here to say you have the ability right now to bring those things, to manifest those things, to make those things tangible within your relationships. And lately, when I hold up this card, and I mean, I've been using this deck for 20 years, but I'm getting drawn to the light. Like he's having a conversation with God, angels, the universe, his higher self. For wisdom, for direction, for clarity, for understanding. But this is really that you have the strength within the relationship to determine where the relationship is going right now. So it's about making a plan, making a strategy to, put a spark back into the relationship. Tony Robbins always says, if you treat every day like the first day, you'll never have a last day. We lose the spark after a while. We get used to each other. We kind of, tear off all of our masks and say, yeah, this is who I really am. Because they love you enough at that point that you don't have to worry. But sometimes we need to maybe step up our game a little bit, and we forget to. We forget to say thank you to them. We forget to say I love you. We forget to do those little things for them. We forget to text them in the middle of the day and just thinking about, hope your day's going great. See you tonight or something. Those little things. If you're looking to have a relationship or step into a relationship, maybe you've been thinking about asking somebody for a cup of coffee, go out for a cup of coffee or something. This is a time also to strategize that move, right? First impressions are everything. So you want to just not go for a coffee, but to kind of know what you want to experience in that coffee. Maybe you want to get a special donut or something. I don't know. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune shows up for our spirituality. This talks about a season changing. This is meditation. This is prayer. This is opening up to the cycle of things happening in your life. And I kind of get this. We're in new moon energy right now. So for you, you might actually be contemplating career, work, what you really want to step into. And it could be relationships too. It could be growing that relationship deeper, bringing in harmony, bringing in beauty. So there's a lot of things where I think you're closing more doors than you're opening because you want these doors to open up wide for you. So through meditation, through prayer, and it's got a little bit of luck in there. It's like he's tap dancing with his nails here. Yeah, it's preparing for a lighter energy. I would think preparing yourself for a lighter energy, bringing in a lighter energy, letting go of stress, letting go of anxiety, maybe just sitting and in quiet solitude for a few brief moments and just do some breathing and just concentrate on your breath and allow your shoulders to drop and a little bit of relaxation to come in and let go of the stress that you're carrying throughout the day. To start to look towards the future of what you truly want to step into and the beauty and the harmony of those moments, of what you were trying to create, of what you're trying to manifest. Health and well being is the hangman. You know, if we're not feeling good or we start to worry about, that little ache or that little pain, emotion gets in there right away. And then we start to build up the anxiety and the fear too. This is about, if you're going through something right now, it's about backing it up and looking at it logically. Okay, there's this logical approach that needs to be made. Now, also, if you're in good health, it's time to back it up and look at your health from a logical standpoint. Do I exercise my heart? Do I exercise my lungs by some deep breathing exercises every day? Do I, exercise? Do I take walks? Do I get out in nature on a consistent basis? Do I eat healthily? Do I get enough sleep on average every single night? And kind of taking the emotion out of it, like, oh, I don't want to work out. Oh, I'm too tired to, take all that emotion out of there and look at it from a logical standpoint. Okay, am I really taking care of myself the way I should be taking care of myself? And it's not you're good or bad or pro and negative. It's about just realizing where you might have some gaps, where you might not really be taking care of yourself. And because we all take good care of ourselves. I mean, we really can't work away against ourselves unless we really look at it and say, you know what, I've been doing this a little bit too much, or I haven't been doing this enough. So I think it's kind of taking stock and just pulling it back. And there's no right or wrong in what you do, but to just become conscious of what you do. And maybe there's room for improvement. Maybe you're doing a great job and it's time to celebrate you a little bit more. Okay, we will get a Circle of Doors card. These cards really have a mind of their own. Okay, our card is the Mega of Keys, the Rebel. The Rebel. You may be a little bit of a rebel this week. Okay, let's see what the book has to say. Gone too far, haven't I? Okay, so the Mega of Keys is the Queen in the deck, okay? The flame never died. It was always smoldering deep within. She calls us to gather tinder and kindling, dust off the old tales and sweet dreams. Together we ignite the songs of revolution. She has distilled her creative powers like a fine liqueur, allowing her to turn any discarded raw materials into the transcendent masterpiece. By spending a lifetime mastering the rules, she has earned the right to break them. The Magnet of Keys has perfected the powers of reinvention, for she sees the patterns in the chaos, and she can always make the old new again in her work and in herself. Dig through the discarded piles of your life, transform the memories and artifacts into fresh interpretations, and turn the familiar mundane into a timeless myth. So, what sorts of magic have you kept hidden for too long? What rules of proper behavior do you yearn to break? And how can you teach all of us to see a piece of the world in a whole new light? Your affirmations for this week are: my creativity is like the forest, it feeds and renews itself. I am most powerful when I am most prolific. I never lose track of my really good ideas, and it's never too late for me to start again. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.